Hello, welcome to another edition of Pioneer's Deck Tech. Today we are playing Eldrazi. So, can Eldrazi compete? They've been kind of pushed out somewhat of modern. Are they good enough for Pioneer? That is what we're gonna find out today. The deck. We have 4 Eldrazi Mimics, 2 Golos, 3 Hedron Crawlers, 4 Matter Reshapers, 4 Reality Smashers, 4 Thought Knot Seers, 1 Ulamog, 4 Karn the Grey Creators, 1 Ugin, 2 Reckoner Bankbusters, 4 Spartial Contortion, 3 Warping Whales, 3 Blast Zones, 2 Bonder's Enclave, 1 Cascading Cataracts for Golos, 2 Mutavolts, they're also Eldrazi's, 4 Radiant Fountains for a little bit of life gain, 4 Scavenger Grounds for Graveyard Hate from our mana base. We have 2 Seagate Wreckages to draw some cards, 2 Waste, 4 Voids. So we're scrying from our mana base. Sideboard, 1 aligned Hedron Network for a little bit of removal from Karn, 3 Damping Spheres for Lotus Field, 1 Forsaken Monument we can find with Karn, 1 Golos to find with Karn, a Lantern of the Lost, Mystic Forge, Pithing Needle, Reckoner, Bankbuster, Shadow Sphere, Sky Sovereign, Tormod's Crypt, another Warping Whale, and a Weathered Runestone for mono green, because they have the find 2 5-drop permanents, put them on the battlefield. So this should help with that part of it. So, no further ado, see this deck in action. Hello, it's your host KebbieG. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, also the bell notifications. Don't forget to check out the sweet stuff that's down in the description down below. All right, let's try it. We have a Ugin, but that's definitely kind of out of the question. I do actively want to know what matchups are Ugin's usually good against when it comes to this deck. I mean, outside of Forsaken Monument, this deck he's kind of uncastable. It's not like Eldrazi Tron or from Modern where you have Tron assembled. Pass turn. Unless I choose to run the pseudo ramp, like we have 5 lands, it adds 2. Maybe that's worth it. Play Void. Thought Knot's here. That is a threat to cast on curve a little bit. Play Mimic. Go. Is this Rakdos mid range? It could be. It's like the #1 deck right now. Fabled Passage. Untap. Draw our Thought Knots here. Play Bonder's Enclave. Go to combat. Hit ya. Cracks his Fabled Passage. No. Why? Why wouldn't you crack it? Unless you really need to enable Revolt? Why keep it? It makes no sense. So he's playing Mardu. Create a 1/1 Eldrazi token. Yes, we will shrink our guy. Untap. Contortion. Scavenger Grounds. No. Thought Knots here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, look at his hand. Demonic Pact, Glorious End. Huh. Wow. Take the Gideon. Keep in mind his demonic pact can shoot down Thought Knots here. Pretty sure of that. What's the point of that? I mean, come on now. There was no point in that one. Especially if you know you're going to get probably your fourth land. I guess you might not guarantee that. There's your fourth land. So now you can go get a swamp so you can play Demonic Pact. Seems like the best choice. Untap. I mean, you should play Demonic Pact, right? Doesn't that seem like the most logical choice? He does. Untap. Reality Smasher. That's like the best top deck ever. Reality Smasher. That becomes a 5/5. Hitcha. Eldrazi's. Eldrazi. Okay. Man, if we had a Eldrazi temple in this format, oh my god, this deck would be even light years better. Okay, so we don't really have artifact or enchantment removal. That doesn't seem to be a thing. Then, of course, in colorless color pie. So we'll just run it back. We do have Blast Zone, I guess. That is a possibility. Put it on 4 and just blow up the 4 drops. But wow, this is by far the best deck yet. We will keep. We have a curve, so that's perfect. Okay. Another Mimic. So we play the Void. Ooh. Ooh. That's cool. That's cool. Like it. Like it. We do need to find land, so that is my biggest concern. We have a lot of action, and he does not have a black source yet, which is kind of awkward since he has double black spells. Play Blast Zone. Mimic. Okay, pass the turn. Okay, he's just not finding black at all. That's gotta stink. Give me a land, please. That's the opposite of a land. Matter Reshaper. Swap the dork. Hit ya. For 3 past the turn. Okay, can we please top deck a land so I get Thought Knots here? And Karn the following turn if I have to get my 5th land? Come on. Thank you. Thought Knots here. Okay. So he basically counters my spell. Thank God Red has that ability. All right, we beat him because of his glorious end trigger. Deserves him right. 1-1 with the deck. Let's get into the next. All right. Let's get into it. Hopefully we do pretty well with this last game, the last match. 2 lands. We have a Hedron. We try it. Still very questionable. I'm super scared about this deck. Like, I don't know how many times I've got stuck on 2 to 3 lands and just couldn't play. We definitely do not have a very light curve. We have a medium size 4 to 5 range, and it's not. For some reason, there's multiple games where I get stuck on 3 or 4. It's a bloody nightmare. At least this time we get Crawler, which should help. Waste is pretty solid. Play Crawler. Pass the turn. Okay. It's not bad, but it's not good. So what's my next turn? Probably Karn. That guarantees me my 5th land, which guarantees me maybe to Reality Smasher the following turn. Witch's Oven. Okay, all I care about, do you kill my Crawler? He takes my Crawler. Hey, I don't approve of that. Hits us. How dare you? That stinks. Well, that threw me off for Reality Shaper. Go. I wish there was a way to hee hee. That's what he said. That's how he replied. I wish there was an angry face. Taking my Crawler. Took a lot of time and effort to put that Crawler down. Alright. Fabled Mirror Breaker. Seems good. Can I draw a land? I do. So this means I get to Thought Knots here. Eat a kitty cat. Go to combat. Attack with Reshaper? Maybe? Maybe. I think it's a good move. So we will attack with the Matter Reshaper. Okay. He gets to play the 2 cards. Come on. Okay. So if we draw a land, the question is, do we smash? So our options are Smasher or Karn. Get the land. I would much rather draw a land this turn, because if I draw a land, that guarantees that I can Karn into Forsaken Monument. I need 5 lands for that. I don't really want to have to Karn for the land to get 4 Forsaken Monument. Plus, that would really increase my clock. I have some beat sticks on the board already, so. Fatal Push. He gets to draw a card. What else you got? Hit me, I assume. Yep. Play the cat. He has a cat in the graveyard. Well, that's Blood Tithe Harvester. There's the land. Ugin. Put that on top. Play Karn. So we get Forsaken Monument here. I could also just Pithy Needle the Witch's Oven. Come on, do your cat thing. Yep. So it's gonna be nice to gain life actually. It's gonna be pretty good actually. Yep. Pass the turn. Oh wait. He dies. You put down on the battlefield if it's a permanent with 3 mana or value or less. Never mind. It's an Ugin. Okay. I was like, I got excited. I thought maybe he would put the non-land permanent on the board, but no. No, doesn't work like that. I still might block though. I don't know yet. Does he attack Karn? Mayhem Devil. Well, that stinks a little bit. Okay. So Ugin hopefully could help. So he hits here. He hits face. Sure. All right. What's my best bet here? Am I dead this turn? That was actually not a bad top deck. So that means I can Forsaken Monument. Then I could play Eldrazi Mimic. To gain a little bit of life back. Stupid cat. What is my top deck? Am I dead? I don't know. Probably am. The reflection of KebbieG. Bottom. That's not going to save me. Play Mimic. Gain some life. Pass the turn. So she should make a copy of Mayhem Devil. Okay. Fatal Push. Right, dead, right? 2, 3, 6, 7. I hate this deck. Okay, so Rakdos mid range. Actually, it's Rakdos sack. I don't know if that's exactly the same deck, but we'll bring in a. Ah. We'll bring in that. Go down that. Eat the cat seems pretty good. Bring in a lantern. Cut Golos. Cut a Mimic because it gets basically shot down by. Yeah, I don't like that, I think. So it basically gets shot down too easily by Mayhem Devils, so it's probably incorrect to keep it. We need to get. We would have one more turn. Ugin would have stabilized. Keep. Okay. Play grounds. Go. So we have enough interaction. This Ugin is going to be a pain, actually. That's probably the only downside about this hand. Play that. Play Crawler. Pass the turn. That means I got Warping Will and Contortion up. Okay, so see what he does. I kind of want to see a land here that guarantees me to get Golos. Never mind. He kills my ramp piece. Uncool. I guess pass the turn. Don't really want to run out of Mimic. It's just not very good right now. See what he does. Okay. Witch's Oven. Blood Tithe Harvester. Hmm. Stupid oven. Maybe that's not right. It's just, I got nothing else going on. Stupid Witch's Oven is definitely making this a difficult time. Okay. Play Mimic, I guess, pass the turn. Okay, so I know what I want to do. I'm going to play Warping Well for the 1-1. If he shoots it down, he shoots it down, but That's fine. Okay, here. Void. I already got Cascading Cataracts. Guess making sure I have something good on top might be reasonable. Matter Shaper is not something good on top, so we'll put that at the bottom. Okay, what do you got? Gets rid of the Fatal Push because it doesn't do anything against a Golos. Draws a card. Yep. Okay, what do you got, opponent? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he takes 5, 7. Okay, so I need 7 lands. Or 7. Wait, or 7 tap sources. What do you got? Harvester. Sure, makes a blood token. So he can sack that next turn, make him a 1, 3. Shadow Spear. What do you guys say about that? That would have been a Ulamog, I think. Play Crawler. Go to combat, attack you. You could definitely double block. I will trade Golas for a Mayhem Devil. That's any day of the week. Gain some life back past the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're so far away from that. Okay. Goes to combat attacks. This does mean I get to start drawing with Enclave. That's good. Okay, what do you do with them? Okay, makes a devil. Oh, lose 2 life. Okay, we can do this. Reality Smasher. Attack Smaller one, tack the other one. Both Obnixiluses are dead. No matter how he does this. So, what's my next? I mean, it almost feels like I could pay for 3, draw a card. That is always an option of mine. I do have ability to eat up the yard. So we gain some life back. We go back to 20 past the turn. Get rid of both Obnixiluses. Seems pretty good. So he's desperately trying to find something. Makes sense. Without green, uh he doesn't have the Kovalar? I think that's what it's called. Corvold. He doesn't have Corvold. So he's fine. He's desperately sacking, drawing a couple cards. Seems reasonable. Where you will start hitting face now, like full hard, full force, start smashing. Okay, got it. Yeah. I guess I should bring that in. Doesn't seem that bad, right? Okay, what am I cutting though? Another mimic. I don't like that. So, not terrible. Okay, we'll keep. I wish I had ways to deal with artifacts though. Keep. Because I would love to be able to deal with the stupid. That's just gonna die by a Mayhem Devil past the turn. I wish I had ways to deal with the oven. So that would be ideal, but if he gets the oven down this turn, it's gonna suck. There's the cat. Do you have the oven to put the cat in? No. And he has red mana up. I am so confused. Is there something that sacks something in instant speed in red? So we'll play Fountain. Gain some life back. I'm gonna go for it. Eat the cat. Pass the turn. Yes. Got rid of the cat. Good. That's good stuff. Okay. Yeah, it's us. So now we get to play Matter Reshaper. Damping Sphere. Did he bring that in for me? Uh, that's fine. I hope not. I mean, yeah, I can grab my one of sideboard card. Seems very weird. Like we don't have that much stuff that could make us tap for multiple lands. Okay, so now we fountain, I guess. Thought not seer. Uh, eat the deadly dispute. Pass the turn. So that way, if he gets it back, it's whatever. Uh, hmm. Do I attack? You'll probably double block, fatal push my Thought Not Seer. All right, we will have him sprock the fatal push. If I can, I'd rather have Thought Not Seer block. We could double spell next turn. Okay, now he could Thought Not. He could push the Thought Not Seer. Okay, tap land. Do you push? You should. But we get to that. We can double spell, right? Yep. So it's gonna tap us all the way down. Okay. Until your next end step. You may play one of those cards. Blast Zone. Crawler. Mimic. Go to combat. Hit ya. Now I don't really know what I want to blast zone on yet. Probably leave it at one actually, right? Because of the oven. Seems pretty good. I mean, the only other option would be 3 for Mayhem Devil. Okay. He sees that we have all lands in hand. Cool. So he's going to get to the point where he can start turning on his creature lands. Mayhem Devil. Untap. Golos. That's actually not too shabby. Tap that. Play Golos. So we will get. Oh, wait. So that doesn't work. So Cascading Cataracts doesn't work. So we'll get Enclave. Yes. Go to combat. Attack you. That's a pretty good top deck from the opponent. That was his words. Golos. Pretty good top deck. Okay, so what do you got now? You could attack with Hive or Den. So he has options there, but So now we can start drawing cards off of bonders. He mills some cards. What does he put back into hand? The Blood Tithe Harvester. Plays the Harvester. He has an untapped land. He could crack the Blood token to kill the Mimic. That is a possibility. We do want to actively find something. We found it. We got it. Or I should say we didn't find it. We won the match, though. 2-1. All right, let's get into it. Tap land. Sure. Void. At this point, I don't want to find a land. Anything else would be that's desirable, I guess. Pass the turn. That does mean I get to Ugin. So that's good. What do you got? Is it Phoenix? Probably. Okay. It's very awkward that this the deck does have some serious, I think some issues when it comes to the curve a little bit. We do have a lot of 5-drops, 4-drops. Like our best stuff comes down on turn 4. Normally this deck is pretty compensated with that in Modern just because of, like I said, Eldrazi Temple. But in this format, not having that is a huge deal breaker. The deck is not as fast as or explosive as it should be. I mean, it's fine and reasonable for a simple deck, but I don't necessarily know if I would bring this to a GP or anything. We'll see. Battery Shaper. Yeah. Okay. We got Karn next turn. We might be able to get to this Ugin. That might be a thing. Okay. Radiant Fountain. Karn. Spell Pierce. Oh, that would have been a huge blowout. Yes. We will take Forsaken Monument. Go to combat. Hit ya. Do you have a removal spell for the Reshaper? I mean, most of the damage or damage-based removal he runs could kill every Shaper. Fiery Impulse, the Exile one. So, you definitely could kill it. That is a possibility. I could have, maybe I should have contortioned. Contortioned. I wouldn't have done anything else that turn. It would have been a kind of a blowout. So he's probably going to hit Karn. Now the question is, does he double spell this turn to put a counter on the Ledger Shredder? Probably. He just shocked himself. So why wouldn't he? Oh no. Not the extra turn spell. Okay. 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 He's just drawing 6 cards for 1 mana. That's okay. Or 3 mana. Whew. Is that bad? Is that bad that I would much rather see Treasure Cruise than the Delve extra turn spell? That would have been like the epitome of the worst case scenario. Oh no! Did he? He discarded it. He discarded it. Oh. So he gets to draw a bunch of cards, which means he gets to pitch. You know, something. Hate that card. That card is such a ridiculous card. Cons. Cons block was something else, wasn't it? Bringing the delve mechanic into the format. Hmm. Potent. What do you got? You're probably gonna attack Karn. We're gonna uptick Karn, and then play Forsaken Monument, and hope we could do something from there. Kills our Matter Reshaper. Well, that's just not nice. Give me a 2 or 3 drop. That'd be kind of sweet. Yes. Haha. Matter Reshaper into a Matter Reshaper. Nice. Okay. Mutavault. Play Forsaken Monument. Thank God there's no free spells in this format. Uptick it. Hit you for 5. So I have a couple options here. I could Reality Smasher and Matter Reshaper in the same turn. Would be a huge aggro tempo play for us. Or I could Ugin. You have 10 mana, 12 mana. So I could Ugin, kill Ledger Shredder. Seems pretty good. And I could change the contortion in. That would be 6 damage to it. So I don't even have to, you know, down tick this by 2. So, what does Ugin got to say about this matchup? Let's see what he does, right? Another Ledger Shredder. You cast another spell. Get you some Phoenixes in the yard. That would be impressive. Karn definitely is probably dead. Another Ledger Shredder. All right, so that means I'm Uganing and down ticking it. 3 Ledger Shredders is just too much. It's too much. So we'll eat that up. And then make a matter reshaper. In addition, what do you gotta say, opponent? You have a Spell Pierce doesn't even do it. You should definitely hit Karn. Otherwise, we win, right? Yeah, he has to hit Karn. Otherwise, we just uptick Karn on the Forsaken Monument and attack. Ugin. What do you got to say about a Ugin? Comes down. Okay. Up ticket to 2. Or down ticket 2. Play another Matter Reshaper. That guarantees to win next turn. Hit ya. Because this would have been 4 damage. Ah. Uh. Maybe I shouldn't have. No, I couldn't have done 2 mutable activations. So, beat that. We bring in Lantern. We could probably go down a Mimic. Go up a that. Go down a Mimic. Up a Damping Sphere. Down a Mimic. Up a Damping Sphere. Down a Mimic. Run it like that. That should be a decent. Should be decent. Still have a Graveyard Hate spell for Karn. We brought 2 kind of in, so that's good. Guess we keep this. This is not that great. Sure. Mutavault. Play the Mutavault. That way we get attacked next turn. Or do I not risk it? I don't know. What do you got to say, opponent? A thing in the ice. Sure. Pass the turn. Next turn, I could play Grounds. That does mean I get the ability to eat his graveyard at any point. Now, we do need to deal with Thing in the Ice. That is a clock waiting to happen. So we'll see what we top deck. I kind of want to top deck a Damping Sphere here. That would be kind of nice. Just to slow down the Thing in the Ice. But if we can't do that, then I guess we'll settle for something. I don't know. He pitches a Thing in the Ice. That's good. All right, we play Grounds. So if we have to, we can eat his yard. That would not be desired because that would take a land away from us. So next turn, I definitely will play Void to set up my next draw. Thought Not Seer hopefully could help. Thing in the Ice. It's going to be a problem. Yep. Hmm. 2 Arclight Phoenixes. Okay. Well, what do I want to do? Oh, Karn. Yes, Karn. Karn get Tormod's Crypt. Eat his yard. Okay, now I have an idea. I have an idea what I'm doing now. Arclight Phoenixes should not be able to return. Okay. Play Void. Bottom. Karn. Down tick Karn. Tormod's Crypt. Cast Tormod's Crypt. Pass the turn. That's my best move. I think. Pretty sure that's my best move. Let me know in the comments if you disagree with that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification if you haven't already. If you've watched more than a few of my videos, you should really consider subscribing so that way you don't miss out. All right, so how do I deal with a thing in the ice? That is the question. Okay. What am I doing here? I need to eat the yard. I need to get rid of the horror. The question is, does he hit Karn? That is the question. Okay, arc like Phoenix. Okay. What do you got? You gonna hit me? Karn? In my face? Seems pretty good. Blast Zone. Play Radiant Fountain. Play Golos. Um, Cascading Cataracts. A go. What am I gonna do? He has 7 cards in hand, of all things. Like that's a lot. Opt. Maybe I should have got Blast Zone, but then again, Blast Zone's not any different. Does it be a tap land? I can't actually pay into it. 6. Okay. Now what? Tap land. Man, he has so much cards that hits the graveyard. All right, we're gonna eat the yard right now. Okay. Goes to combat, attacks us. I guess we chomp. Not the greatest thing to chump with, though, but sure. Damping Sphere. It's not overly helpful right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. What does my graveyard look like? My sideboard look like? That would help a little bit. So if I Karn, I don't really know if there's much I would want to get. All right, Thought Not Seer. Eat the Lightning Axe. Damping Sphere. Go. So maybe I should have maybe played Blast Zone. Paid 2 into it. Brought it to 2. Which means I would be able to deal with this. Now the question is, oh, 1, 2, 3. He's 1 away from a haul. Yeah, that's like a double whammy right there. Yeah, that definitely might have been incorrect. Because I also don't know really what I would want to get out of my sideboard right now. Okay. What do you have for that? Oh, you can double Fiery Impulse, right? That could be a thing. Mm-hmm. All right, I just don't think I could beat a 4. On a back. Not a great feeling right there. That stupid thing in the ice is definitely a problem. So Damping Sphere is good in this matchup, but I don't know. It's also bad with our card. Maybe that's a trade-off. Ulamog. I don't know what to do here. Opponent is still deciding what to do. He's on the draw for game number 3. Okay. So. I guess we try this. We leave it the void, I guess? Is that right? Definitely might want to blast zone. Need to do earlier, I think. I can. Warping Whale and Contortion. Like I did in a previous game. Just to kill a threat with 4 toughness. That's pretty bad, actually. Let's see what I can do. Can I get something good? No, not that. Pass the turn. Fire Buff Canal. Seems good. Play that. Pass the turn. Now the question is, do I reshape her next turn or not? Probably should. I mean, what is he going to do with one blue? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. I think I'm fine to reshape her. Pass the turn. So, and that might eat a removal spell, which is okay. Yep, did. You get to ramp. Oh my god, that was sweet. Ramping with Reshaper. That is awesome. Uh, could Karn? What am I doing with Karn? Hmm. Karn. Down tick. We'll just get a Tormod's Crypt. Play the Crypt. Pass the turn. It's like the safe move, I think. Got it. So we end with a 3-1 record. So what did we learn this week about Eldrazi and Pioneer? We ended with, like I said, we ended with a 3-1. The deck functioned. Sometimes a lot worse than others. Probably the loss is probably not going to make the actual video, but we did lose one. So very tricky to figure out different ways of piloting this. Having no one drops feels weird, but I don't really know what one drops you could play in the deck. Uh, so that's one of my concerns. How do we lower this curve a little bit? Because we might not need two Golos. Probably don't. We could probably trim one for something smaller on the curve. I don't really necessarily. Is there another? Is there a add? A Cola spell that just adds mana? Because my biggest concern about the Hedron is it is very vulnerable to creature removal. Eh. So yeah, that's my one concern. There's not really any good. We could drum. Would drum ever be worth it in this kind of deck? We're a little bit more aggro centric. We're not necessarily all in on the idea of. So probably not. So I guess my only thing would be maybe up Hedron to 4. So now we have 17 2-drops. Because there's just not a way to ramp outside of like Springleaf Drum, but Springleaf Drum, it just doesn't work. Because if I play Mimic, I guess I could tap Mimic, but I don't really get anything out of that. Crawler is a nightmare, especially if we face Rakdos Sacrifice. Those one toughness creatures are an issue in that matchup. But outside of that, the deck performed. I do think the deck is pretty solid in this current format. The land issues, I don't understand it. We have 24 lands, which is a normal amount. But some games, the variance just took me out. So I was like, This is not necessarily a good content. So yeah, the deck felt pretty functionable. I like it. It's pretty solid. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Like I said, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell notification. So until next time, have a great day.